You walk into the space and feel small right away. The ceiling is high, far above your head. Lights hang like stars that never turn off. Screens glow on the walls, already awake. Nothing is happening yet, but everything feels ready. The room is calm, but it is not empty. It feels like it is waiting for people to become something together. The seats are wide and soft. They face the same direction. No one has to ask where to look. Music plays quietly, steady and slow. It fills the gaps between thoughts. People speak in low voices. They smile at strangers without stopping. Some hug, some close their eyes. Many hold cups with warm drinks, like this is meant to last a while. You notice how easy it is to follow the flow. You walk when others walk. You stop when they stop. You sit because everyone else is sitting. No one tells you what to do. You just know. It feels polite to match the mood. It feels wrong to stand out. There is comfort here. The air is warm. The chairs are forgiving. The sounds are familiar, even if the words are not. People look relaxed, safe, like they have arrived somewhere important. Some look tired but relieved, like this room is carrying weight for them. Time feels different inside. There are no clocks in sight, phones stay quiet, attention moves forward toward the stage. The stage is bright and clean, nothing messy, nothing sharp. Everything looks planned, but not strict. Soft edges, clear lines. You can feel the size of the group without counting anyone. It presses gently on you, not heavy, not aggressive, just present. Being alone here would feel strange. Being quiet feels normal. Asking questions feels unnecessary. Nothing has been said yet, no message, no promise. Still, the room already says something. It says you are not alone. It says you are part of this now. It says it is easier to feel than to think. This is where Carl Jung would slow down. He would not look at the stage first. He would look at the faces, at what people are doing with their hands, at how often they touch their own arms, at how still they become when the room grows quiet. Jung cared about what stays hidden. Not because it is evil, but because it is pushed away. In a place like this, many things are pushed down. Fear, doubt, anger, loneliness. People do not bring these feelings forward. They leave them at the door, or they think they do. You can feel it in the silence between sounds. People want relief. They want rest from their own thoughts. They want someone else to hold the hard parts for a while, not forever, just long enough to breathe. That want does not make them weak, it makes them human. The shadow does not disappear here. It waits. It hides behind smiles and nods. It sits inside the need to belong, inside the need to be seen without being questioned, inside the wish that someone else already knows the answers. Some people feel lighter in this room. Others feel tense without knowing why. Jung would notice both. He would say the tension comes from parts of the self that are not invited, questions that feel rude, doubts that feel selfish, thoughts that do not fit the shared mood. When many people share the same feeling, it feels safe to let go. You stop holding yourself up. You lean into the group. The shadow likes this moment. It likes when responsibility feels shared, when inner conflict feels smaller because it is not faced alone. Jung would not judge this. He would simply note it. When the shadow is ignored, it does not leave. It just finds new ways to speak. Sometimes through strong emotion, sometimes through silence, sometimes through complete trust. In this room, trusting feels clean, doubting feels heavy, and so the shadow stays quiet. For now. This is where Friedrich Nietzsche would start listening closely. Not to the message itself, but to how sure it sounds. He paid attention to confidence, to the calm tone people use when they believe they are on the right side. In a room like this, morality feels simple. Words like good and right come easily. They move through the crowd without resistance. People nod before they even hear the full sentence. Agreement arrives early. It feels polite to accept it. It feels kind. Nietzsche would notice how comforting this is. When right and wrong are clear, life feels lighter. You do not have to wrestle with hard questions. You do not have to sit with doubt. You only have to align yourself with what sounds good and feels shared. You would also notice how morality becomes a shelter. It protects people from feeling lost. If you are part of the good group, then you are safe. You are doing enough. You belong. That feeling is warm. It spreads fast in large spaces. But Nietzsche would stay curious. He would ask what happens to doubt in a place like this. Not out loud, just quietly. Doubt slows things down. It asks for space. It breaks rhythm. When many people move together, doubt can feel like a problem instead of a question. He would see how being good can turn into being certain, how certainty can turn into comfort, and how comfort can make people stop looking deeper. Not because they are lazy, but because certainty feels like rest. Nietzsche did not hate morality. He distrusted easy morality, the kind that arrives already finished, the kind that does not ask anything back, the kind that feels complete before it is tested. In the stadium, moral language floats easily. It sounds clean, it sounds safe, it sounds shared. And when everyone agrees, agreement starts to feel like truth. Nietzsche would not interrupt. He would just watch. He would wonder how much of this goodness comes from strength and how much comes from fear of standing alone. This is where Niccolò Machiavelli would stop listening to the words. He would look at movement instead. Who speaks? Who waits? Who is seen? Who is not? Power does not always raise its voice. Sometimes it just stands in the light. From his view, the room is not only a place of belief, it is a system. Many people arrive with trust already open. That matters. Trust saves time. Trust removes friction. When people trust, they do not interrupt, they do not check. They follow the path laid out for them. Machiavelli would notice how attention flows toward the stage, toward the screens, toward a few voices. Thousands listen, one speaks. This is not strange, it is efficient, it is how large groups work. But efficiency always has a cost. He would watch what trust produces. Donations move easily, time is given freely, loyalty grows without being asked for directly. People repeat the same words outside the room. The message travels further than the speaker. Power expands without chasing anyone. He would also watch who becomes quiet, not silenced, just smaller. Questions fade. Personal judgment softens. When trust is high, resistance looks unnecessary. When resistance looks unnecessary, power becomes smooth. Machiavelli never asked if this was good or bad. He asked if it worked. And here, it works very well. The system runs on belief, but it rewards structure. Those at the center gain reach. Those at the edges gain belonging. Everyone gets something. Still, he would keep counting. Who gains influence? Who gains money? Who gains protection? Who gains purpose? And who gives these things without noticing the exchange? Blind trust is powerful because it feels clean. No force is used, no threats are made. People step forward on their own. They choose to give. They choose to stay. Machiavelli would not call this evil. He would call it effective. And he would remind us that when trust is never tested, power rarely needs to explain itself. This is where Napoleon Hill would lean forward. He believed in the force of belief itself, not belief in gods or rules, but belief in outcomes, in futures, in the idea that thought, when shared, becomes power. In the stadium, belief is everywhere. It moves faster than logic. People do not come only to hear words. They come to feel possible again, to feel chosen, to feel that their struggles mean something more than effort and time. Hill would notice the promises, even when they are not spoken directly. A better life, a clearer path, a future that feels close enough to touch. These promises are gentle. They do not shout. They smile. They sound reasonable. They sound kind. Belief works best when it feels personal, when it feels like it sees you. In a large room, this is done through shared emotion. When thousands feel the same hope at once, it feels real, strong, proven. If everyone feels it, it must be true. Ill believed that belief needs repetition. In the stadium, repetition is natural. The same phrases return, the same ideas circle back. Each time they feel stronger, familiar, safe. People leave carrying them without noticing when they pick them up. You would also notice how belief becomes a product without looking like one. No price tag on hope, no receipt for certainty. Yet people give time, money, loyalty, and trust, gladly. Belief feels worth it because it promises relief from doubt. Ill would not ask if the belief is true. He would ask if it moves people. And here, it does. People stand taller, they smile wider, they feel lighter walking out than when they walked in. But belief has a quiet cost. When belief feels good, checking feels unnecessary. When belief feels shared, questioning feels lonely. The promise feels safer than the truth. In the stadium, belief does not demand proof. It only asks to be held. And many people are happy to hold it as long as it keeps the fear away. Until the next observation.